Well, it's been a strange and challenging time for so many of us, but particularly our kids. After so much time in Australian lockdowns, they now return to school, which is good news for the parents. But for the kids, we know their mental health has been strained. So let's talk about that. Nikki Bonus is the CEO and founder of Life Skills Group and joins us now on what is a crucial topic. Welcome to you. How are you?
Hey, Adrian, I'm really well. Yourself?
Yeah, going very well. So tell us maybe how hard this is for kids at the moment. I mean, they've never experienced it before, right? It's unprecedented, as we know, that overused word. How tough has it been?
It's really interesting, Adrian. One of the things that we've been looking at is we don't know how tough it is yet.
Yeah.
And I think, returning to school is a whole new level of they're not returning back to the school that they left. We also are still yet to find out really what's been happening for them and how we get them to move into that readjustment period. So I think the next 12, 24, 36 months is going to be really, really critical.
Yeah, we will look back. I suppose there will be, all the research done into how they respond. What would be some of your biggest concerns, do you think, at the moment for kids going back into school? What are you worried about?
There's quite a few things. Like if you think about a child who entered into prep or into kindergarten in 2020, those formative years of kindergarten or prep in year one, those foundational social skills, those emotional skills, those relational skills, they're taught skills. So, we hear a lot about social emotional learning in the media today, but they need to be explicitly taught. So those kind of the beginning of school and also your year 5 and 6s. And when you think about the sort of open, shut them disruption that our children have experienced and the lack of visibility and measurement around how are they and how were they at the time. So, that level of being readjusting back into a school environment with routines, with, even just a family routine, I think we're yet to find out really how our young people are today.
So for teachers and also parents, but just for the sake of this conversation, how will teachers measure well-being, do you think, at the moment? Is that going to be really difficult?
It's a really, really good question. And I think that's one that we've thought in terms of really trying to highlight. I think governments have mandated how do we measure numeracy and literacy and NAPLAN, and they're really standard tools that are used throughout the schooling environment. But the area to be able to have constant reporting and to measure students' mental health and then to be able to provide teachers the appropriate evidence-based curriculum lines, science-backed responses to these students, once we know how they are, is a really grey area. And it's been an area that we have been working with hundreds and hundreds of schools, and I have spent a lot of time interviewing a lot of state ministers around, how are they measuring them? Because we know that surveys don't work. We know that little check-ins don't work. And right now, it's a critical need for us to be able to see not only how that child is continuously and to be able to report on that, but also longitudinally and to be able to support our incredible teachers who've done an amazing job during this period of time. But they're not subject matter specialists. They're not expected to know how to respond to a child who has extreme anxiety or school refusal, or even our really quiet students. We need to be able to sort of get underneath their hood and find out what's really happening for them. And it's been a mission organisation.
Yeah.
We bring that continuous tool in.
Well, keep us up to date. Let us know how you go and how some of this data comes in. And to our kids, we've got to think about them and look after them. But Nikki, thanks so much for your great work and your message and for being with us on Ticker News today.
Thank you so much.